So in this video, we are going to discuss one very important system design concept, that is the change data capture, CDC. So if you develop any big product where you need to update the real-time dashboard, or you want to send the notifications, or any task that is based on the real-time scenario, then this is a very good weapon to architect your system. But before going to deep into the CDC, let me take some small use case to understand why this is important and why you should study and implement anywhere. Right? So suppose take one e-commerce website, how it works. So suppose we have one purchase module, and for that we have one database. Right? So if any customer hit the purchase, if this information will come in database, right? Then this is one microservice, right? Purchase microservice. Then it should go to the another microservice. Suppose this is the inventory microservice, because they have to update the inventory. If the stock was the 10, after this order it should become the 9, right? Second, immediate, they should go to the some notification systems or email, right, that your order has been successful and all those things. That could be go to the some search engine database, so user can search their orders in the app, right? And that would go to the another database, that is the analytics dashboard, right? So that will use for the company how many items have been sold, right? So analytical dashboard purpose, right? And or the other, you want to send this information to Kafka, so downstream component should use this the data, right? So it should go to the in all the system, right? The moment you hit this one, right? So how you will do that? So you have the two options. Either is how you transfer those here. Either you can option one, you can do the batch wise operations. The way you used to do the old days, right? So when you this syncing the data from one database to another database, right? So it will do in the batch wise, and when you start moving the data, that time you should stop all the transactions into database, right? That will not work it here, because if you want to update the inventory, you have to immediate update the inventory. If you want to send a notification, you have to immediate send a notification. So these systems might not work. So another system is coming the real time, right? So real time or the stream wise, right? Operations you have to do that. Means real time notifications you have to do that. So the benefit of that real time means the moment any order will hit, it will update the inventory, it will update the notification system, search engine, everything will be updated. So, and that is not only this use case. If you see the real time, if you able to achieve this kind of the system design, then you can solve the many similar kind of the system design. And these are the system designs, then you can solve it. So what is the, so it will help you to implement the real-time analytics. Suppose if any dashboard is there and you have to show the immediate transactions in the dashboard. If you want to develop a notification system, you can develop with the help of this mechanism. News feed system, right? If you want to update the dashboard or update the front page with a lot of social media informations, you can do that. Inventory update, search engine updations, synchronizations in the social media app. If you see the social media app, if you do the like, comment, anything, you immediate get the notifications. So if you understand this how to implement, then you can able to solve the many things, right? But now how you can do that means, suppose if you have this, yeah, take this one. So if you have the one microservice that is called the purchase system, and it updates the purchase database, right? And these are the components. Suppose a B, C, D. These are various components they want to get the updated if any change in the database. So there are the two ways. One is the pull mechanism. So this system will always keep checking is any update is there, is any update is there. If any update, they will try to pull the data. Right? So there are the two major problems. One major problem is that read performance will reduce, right? Because a lot of other component might be connected getting the data from database. On top of that, you are adding many more downstream consumers, downstream component to take the data from this database. So overload must be too much here for this database, right? So the pull mechanism will not work. This is the one problem. Second important problem that, so these are, suppose this is a different microservice. So in this case, you are giving the access of this database because this is a different microservice and this is a different microservice. So you are giving the access this microservice to get the connect the database and get the data. It should not supposed to be a good solution because you have to should give the restricted permissions only this table, this schema, this guy should be able to access, right? So and in this case, if you give the access, you can take any data. So this approach is not good. Another case is the push mechanism. So whenever this purchase system will update the database, that time itself it will update to all the consumers here. Push. Problem with this approach that this becomes very heavy, right? So he has to add a database here, he has to write it here. That compute system should be in the global synchronization system, right? Including these database transactions. So this transaction should be the, or everything should be in the one transaction. So it's very tough to maintain. And again, the overload going to increase day by day. If you add that to more component, right? So again, you have to come here, configure, code changes, many things you have to do that. So this model will also not work. Then how we are going to implement? At that time, this CDC system will help you out. Let me explain you how it will help you out, right? So suppose this is your purchase module, right? That I so suppose this is your purchase module and this is your purchase database. My aim to achieve, if any transactions happen in database, I should get notified. Whether this is insert command, delete command, update command, anything. So what you will do, you will implement one logic that is called as CDC. I will tell you how it will work. And CDC will take the data from database and then he will push this data to some Kafka, and whoever the consumer of this Kafka, they will get the data from here. In our case, one consumer should be the inventory system, one consumer should be the notification system, one consumer should be the search engine, one consumer should be the analytic, that data applications database, right? Anything could be there, right? But again, the same problem is there because this system has to always look up this database, and this system always to look up the database. If anything changes here, they will pass it to the Kafka. The previous and this applications, one improvement is that in the previous diagram, a lot of applications directly connect to database, but now in this case, at least only one component is connected to the database. In future, if something new component is coming as a consumer, they will connect with the Kafka, take the data, it will not come to here. Right? This one benefit is there. But again, you are saying that it is always looking the database to get the data, right? No, it will take services. Before that, let me explain you one concept of the MySQL, because what the demo I am going to show you, that is the MySQL. Whenever you do any insert command or any update command, what happens internally? It goes to the database and also it maintains one Binlog file. These are the logs, right? It's happened almost near to real time. is together, simultaneous both happen, right? Because why this facility is given the MySQL, with the help of the Binlog, they can do the replication. So suppose if you have the master slave database and you want to do the replication of the between the database, right? Syncing the database. So it will help out. So this database is connect to the Binlog. It will not disturb this database and take all the updates from the Binlog. That's why this Binlog mechanism is there in the MySQL, and the same kind of things in other database system also. So we will be taking advantage of this, the same advantage, because we will have the Binlog also. Here also we will have the Binlog, and it will not connect to the database. It will connect to the Binlog, right? And this is part of the database, right? So whenever any data will come in database, it goes here also, it goes here also. CDC always checking this Binlog, so it will not impact anything in database. So without impacting this database, CDC will take the data from here, push it to the Kafka, and whatever the consumer of the Kafka, they will get the data from there, right? So this is we are going to implement, and there are the many open source in the market who give this facility. We are going to talk here Debezium. Debezium is the open source tools by which you can set up these things. So what you are going to do that, let me explain my demo. In the demo, what I will show you, you install this database on the local system. So on the laptop, I will install this MySQL. I will use the MySQL version 8.0.11. It's very good compatibility with the Debezium, and I will install this part into Docker. So Docker Composition 5, we have three things. One is the CDC. Inside the CDC itself, if you take CDC, we have the Kafka Connect. This is called the Kafka Connect. This module is called the Kafka Connect. That will connect your database. We have the one Kafka. To Kafka, to run the Kafka, we need the zookeeper, right? So inside the Docker Composition 5, I will give the three libraries. One is the CDC, that is called the Kafka Connect. One is the Kafka, and connect the zookeeper. Kafka will depend upon the zookeeper, and this Kafka Connect will depend upon the Kafka, right? So whenever I will, and this is outside the Docker, this is inside the Docker, right? So whenever I will push any data, the data will come here, automatically it will get the data and push into the Kafka. So now here, in database operations, we have the two operations. One, change in schema, and second, change in database table. So we will show that how to configure this system. So if any change in schema also, that information should come in the Kafka, or anything change in the table, that should come into the Kafka. So I will install the MySQL, I will have the Docker, and I will have the three components in the Docker, and then I will give the DML command in database, and then we will observe the Kafka where the data is going to move, right? I have already uploaded the video how to install the MySQL and how to install the Docker, that you can watch before this exercise. So I think this video is big. So in the next video, I am going to show the hands-on complete everything step by step. MySQL, and then the Docker, then this compositions, and then the operations, and observe the Kafka. Thank you very much.